All right, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna get timed out or get an X or strike or kicked off, whatever. Here we go.
There's a man on TV at a desk in a suit. He lies through his teeth and they still call it the news. And there's a man in a white coat whose medicine kills. He loves when you're sick cause you pay for his pills. There's a man at the bank who will give you a loan so that you'll buy a house and then he'll take your home. There's a man who wants you spending your life online, knows you're searching for truth but controls what you find. We'll be fine, babe, if we don't make it through. There's a man in a church who I really hope told me the truth. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It don't help if you can fly, it's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe, I'll be the man for you. There's a man in a court sworn to uphold the law, but he's crooked as
What's up, Indy?
And don't do his job. There's a man in a classroom who should know the facts, but he's brainwashing kids, teaching English and math. There's a man in your phone who hears everything you say. He knows everywhere you go, every joke you ever made. There's a man with a bloodline that owns the whole world. Every airplane and building and gold, brick and pearl. Will be fine,
Thank
babe,
you, bro.
if we don't make it through. There's a man in a church who I really hope told me the truth. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It won't help if you can fly, he's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe.
Hey, what's up, John?
For you. Pray that the man in the sky's watching over us tonight, cause there's people looking down on us for fighting for what's right. Hold the line, babe.
Hold the line.
Now hold on to you. There's a man in the clouds and I hope he's looking down, cause there's people here on earth who trying to put us in the ground. We'll be fine, babe, I won't let go of you. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It won't help if you can fly, he's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe, I'll be the man for you.
I freaking do. Yeah, thank you, Indy. That's I like that guy. I like his songs. Let me turn off the volume here on YouTube. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to get your feedback. What's up, Tom? Yeah, I got that picture up. That's a job I did in Berkeley. We actually had to lift a crane off the streets of Berkeley and put it on the roof so we could finish building the building. Yeah, it just came out, I think, 2 days ago. I've been waiting to show it. I was hoping that YouTube wouldn't give me a strike and take me down as soon as I showed it, but I kind of like that song, so I figured give it a shot. Either be a short stream or it'd be a good song that we could start the show off with. Hey, Mary, how's it going? Hunter, holy cow, we're getting a whole bunch of people in here. So if anyone, as usual, pinned to the top is the link to get up here if you want to come up. Talk about whatever you want, as long as it's, civil. And other than that, I really don't have much to talk about. We'll all see what's going on around us. I've been accused of being a positive person, but the way I see it is you make your reality. So I choose to make mine positive. It's a choice that I make. So I choose to see things that way. That's why I try and stay positive. I think it should be addictive, and hopefully it is. And if not, I'm still going to stay positive because positivity breeds positivity. Negativity breeds negativity. A lot of things will be happening in the economy. A lot of people are going to get hurt. A lot of people got their eyes closed. A lot of people aren't looking. A lot of people don't care. Feel bad for all of them. Nothing I can do if they're not paying attention. So I keep spreading my message of positivity, hoping it catches on, because things will be better. They don't get better without getting, hitting the bottom first. And we've been on the road to the bottom for a while. So that's how that works. Yeah, you guys pass around each other's links for your shows. Make sure to subscribe to each other. Is there anything y'all want to talk about? What's up, Hunter? Nope, I already said hi, Hunter. Camper. Yeah, I kind of unprepared. Don't have much to talk about tonight. I usually do, but by the time it gets to Sunday, I forget about most of it because I don't write it down. Because none of it's really consequential. Nothing we can do about it other than talk about it and share knowledge to possibly help prepare each other to make it through what's coming in the next couple months a little easier. As always, stock up your pantry, get seeds, start preparing your yard. Should have already been doing so, but if not, it's never too late. It's always a good time. Now is always the second best time. Yesterday was the best. As you can see by the videos I've been putting out, my backyard's been taking on some unique differences, and I'm actually setting it up to where I can put a fruit tree and some fruit bushes back there and have it look very nice while still allowing me the ability to have, as soon as I'm done, I'll be able to have oranges and grapefruit and avocados in my backyard. And I'm trying to see if I can't get some blueberry bushes and strategically place them in the backyard. So that way I'll have, I have a fig tree. So that way I'll have a fig tree, grapefruit tree, orange tree, avocado tree, and blueberry bushes in the yard. I mean, you can't live off of it, but it's a good supplemental for nutrients and vitamins and a little bit of substance. It'll help offset. Yeah, it's not really a food forest, but as far as a city setting goes, I am trying to get it to that point. Talking neighbors into doing the same thing, and of course, the economy is really helping on that conversation. They're all like, "Yeah, I got a nice orange tree. I haven't taken care of it, but I'm going to now because I need free oranges." So, and that neighbor on one side, he's got this beautiful lemon tree. It still has like 300 lemons on it. I need to go pick a couple of them. Yeah, in wintertime, it still has lemons. I've got oranges in wintertime. I've got grapefruit in wintertime. I've got freaking avocado in wintertime. I actually have fava beans coming up. That's my overwinter crop. It's actually a food substance. It's food. It's like beans, but it's only good with liver, and you have to like liver to like fava beans. I really don't like fava beans, but it's good for the soil, so I plant them. Yeah, I try to do it. And see, the funny thing is, Mary, I'm going to be moving in this year, and I'm not going to have any of that available to me. But the reason why I'm doing everything like that is for the next person that moves in here, without knowing it, will be in a better spot. And that's that's what it's about. Leave everything better. Leave it better. Don't leave it worse. Don't leave it the same. Leave it better. Let someone know that someone cared who was there before them. That thought process is also contagious. Do what you can where you're at while you're there, because that way you'll be seeing people do unexpected random acts of kindness left, right, and center. If everyone had that perception, well, yeah, it's pay it forward, but I mean, don't expect returns. The expectation of return ruins the pay it forward. Pay it forward is a good I guess, way to state it. But look for your returns, like the song at the beginning of the show said. There's a man in the sky. He's way beyond the moon. He's looking down at you and me. And that's where you want your rewards when you go way past the moon. And what's up, Mike? So while we're down here, it's like a test. Trials and tribulations. How do you take it? Do you crumble? Are you kind, helpful, and grateful when things go to shit? It's the litmus test. Good and evil. Stay on the good side. It pays eternally better. Eternally being the key word there. And yes, you will eventually get rewards here as well. Timing is everything. If we were alive during the time of the Great Plague and the Black Death, didn't matter how nice and good and sweet you were. It wasn't the right time in history for people to be nice, kind, and sweet. But the rewards of those people will be gotten in eternity. So right now we're in a time in history where being kind, helpful, and grateful actually can make a difference. Not only on this plane of existence, but in the past the moon existence that we all go to. So it's always great idea to spread kindness, helpfulness, and gratefulness. Always be positive. Try and enlighten people with positivity, not with negativity. As what is it, Little Orphan Annie would say, the sun will come out tomorrow. You want to know the psychology behind the reason why that song was made so popular? Because of the positive message it sent. And we were in economic hard times with orphanages opening up and people dying of hunger and all this other stuff. So the government backed the Hollywood putting forth this thing, little girl, cutest little thing, put her on TV and make her an orphan and start, singing some songs that we still know today. It was all about the depression and positivity. It's not a new thing. What's up, ATM? It's as old as the woods, man. Perception is reality. Positivity. If your perception is positive, it becomes a reality. Holy shit. Isn't that cool? Why can't it work like that? We've all heard the saying, perception is reality. We all hear positivity breeds positivity. Well, fuck, let's give it a shot. I have been trying. Ooh, there we go. See, Mary's got it going on. When I get my land in Alabama, my house in Alabama, a couple things I'm going to do before I actually move, hopefully, will be put a fence up around the whole property. So when I take these outside cats with me, they'll have a safe place to be. Another thing I want to do is have the land loaded up with fruit and or nut trees. Because I know down in the southeast, I could actually grow pecan trees. And I actually like pecans. Pecans are kind of cool. So I'd like to have a couple pecan trees. They take up a lot of space. So we'll see. I might forego the pecan trees just for the smaller apple, orange, and pear, kind of typical southeastern fruit tree that does well in that area. I'm also going to try, and I don't know exactly what state you're in. You should look into, Murray, you should look into the Scopanone or the Muscadine grapevine. If you're in the southeast of America, it is a very vigorous growing vine grape, and you can make wine out of it. It's an American-based wine, natural American grape, grows great in the southeast, and the wine tastes good. Tastes better than that French crap they sell, in my opinion. That's where you need to have yourself a beehive, Mary. That way you get some free honey, and you always have full pollination of all your fruits and nuts and berries and stuff. Oh no, ATM. Oh gosh, negative news is so bad. We kind of sort of, what we're getting right now is we're getting news on what they've already closed down, and that's just, even though it is necessary to know about that stuff, it's a past tense thing. It's not open now. Because actually gain to function inside America is 100% illegal, excuse me. That's why they outsourced it. Hillary Clinton, when she ran the State Department, outsourced gain of function because she found out she couldn't make it legal here inside the United States. So they sent it to Canada, and from Canada it went to the Wuhan labs, and that's the lifespan of the COVID-19 virus. And probably get a strike for this or get taken off. But that's the progression of the beginnings of the weaponized cold. So yeah, they're just they're uncovering and discovering that basically. But I already know all that. I know where it came from, and also I know that when Congress made a legal change in definitions of words to where they could say gain of function now means weaponized. You know, it doesn't say that in Webster's, but if you go to the Law Library of Congress, legal definitions of words are not definitions of words that are in Webster's dictionary. And that's how they can get bills passed that do horrendous things that we think are good, because the words don't mean what we think they mean, because they have a different definition legally of what these words mean. And when you hear the word gain of function, the actual reality of the meaning of that word is weaponizing. They're taking a gene and weaponizing it, or doing gain of function research, weaponization research, same freaking thing. It's just they couldn't pass the bill to get funding. If they said, hey, we're doing weaponization of a coronavirus, they'd have never got funding. So they legally changed the words, and one of those long ass bills, probably the Obamacare bill, where they shoved 70,000 pieces of paper down our ass, gave us 5 minutes to read it, pass, hell, yes or no. It's like that. It was probably those definitions were changed in that paperwork. I don't know. No, there was a lot to read, and no one read it before they passed it. So we got fucked at that point in time, and no one cared. It's kind of weird, but you know, right on. Whatever. There's so many things that have happened in my lifetime that I've seen on TV from leaders of our country that have fucking made my jaw fucking hit the ground. One of the first ones was George Bush Jr. on live TV saying greed is good in one of his speeches. I was like, oh shit, we're in a ride now, man. We're going downhill as a country. We're tearing us apart. And, you know, that's what kind of sort of happened. Another of them is Nancy Pelosi saying, we got to pass it before we can read it. My jaw hit the ground. I was like, there is nothing fucking American about that in any part of that statement. What the fuck are you talking about? But she said it in front of Congress and Senate, and they did it, and, you know, no one cared. And now everyone's freaking out. How do we get here? Well, do I really have to tell you? It happened on national TV how we got here. Unless there's someone else wants to come up here and describe another pathway of how we got here, I'd love to hear it. What's up, Lisa? So does anyone else want to come up here and start chit-chatting, or have something you want to put down in chat that you would like to chit-chat about? Is anyone having the problem here tonight of seeing blue people? Sorry. Dumb joke. I always see Macaulay Culkin in my head when I say that. I see dead people. I see blue people. Yeah, and I will be talking more about that soon, Gerald. I have not promoted any cryptos or talked about cryptos or anything like that. I'm letting everyone else take their turn at the table. Ninja's doing a good job. A lot of people doing a lot of good jobs, doing a lot of research, bringing a lot of stuff to the table. So I'm not going to cover that part of it. I will be promoting here shortly a couple links for what Ninja's promoting. But here shortly, I'm involved in a couple crypto projects that I'll be promoting that I'm actually involved with. So that's what I'm waiting for to talk about and promote. So you know, of course, I'll talk about XLM, Algo, or ADA, and their functions that they do, and the government contracts that they have with different countries, and stuff like that. But it's going to be a beast system. You know what, ATM? You would be surprised how many vacations he's had. When I was at well, actually, he might need a vacation. His family, everywhere he goes, his wife and kid goes. If he goes to Vegas for a symposium, his family comes. They're on vacation. He's working. So yeah, he personally does need a vacation, but his family's on vacation everywhere he goes, bro. If he takes them with him, it's a vacation for them. Yes, exactly, Gerald. They're centralized and decentralized, and see, there's the knowledge base of investors in the cryptocurrency. There, you have so many maximalists out there that seem to just want to pump. And that's where I'm having problems with Ninja's show, because you got a lot of these people coming out who are these maximalists and they talk crap. So I have to time them out and delete them and ban them from the show because they don't get the full picture of what it is. There is centralized, there's decentralized, and there's lots of other sectors as well. It's a complicated system of blockchain technologies. A lot of them are black swan tokens, just out there to get your money with some like well, I don't want to talk about any, but like the Trump coin. We'll talk about Trump. Everyone talks about him, so we'll talk shit about him. And then there's good projects out there. Litecoin, ADA, XLM, Algo, XRP, Ripple, Ethereum. There's a lot of good ones. There's 10,000 crappy ones, though. And that's where the complications come in, when the people say, do your research. And that's probably why a lot of people just want you to tell them, hey, you buy this coin, sell it now, buy it now, take profits now. Because you don't have to think, you don't have to do any research, you don't have to learn, and you're still stupid at the end. You might be rich, but you're stupid, and that's actually dangerous. So it's really important that you actually try and understand what you're investing in. So that way, when you do gain the capital gains that you get from that investment, which hopefully everyone will be blessed to do, you won't allow that money that you get to cloud your better judgment and your morals. A lot of people who get money real quick have clouded judgment and morals. Yeah, I was talking with a guy the other night about the technologies, and the blockchain technologies are here to stay. Crypto, the way it is now, might evolve, but it's not going away. Because the advancement in technologies, England, the country of England, has had a contract for 2 years to have a small modular reactor built by Rolls-Royce so they can use it on a lunar base. They contracted that. See, countries, I say things a year and a half in advance. That's why people I don't have a big following, because it's like so far in advance, things that I say will happen. Countries do things 10 to 20 years in advance. And no one talks about it. But if you look at it, you can get great financial advantage from it. It just takes 10 to 20 years, but it's almost pretty much guaranteed. So there's lots of different ways to invest. If you look now at Bezos, what's his name, Buffett and them, they're selling all their stocks. I got out last November. No, not 2020. No, when was it? 2024? Yeah, it was 2024 November is when I pulled all my money out of the stock market. And just now, Warren Buffett and them, you're getting reports that they're starting to sell. I even got out earlier than them because I saw this coming. I'm hoping that I positioned myself properly. No one knows the future, obviously, lots of different players out there can skew the game one way to another. But I seen what was coming. That's why one reason why I started my show. And yeah, it is going to get bad, but if we're all kind, helpful, grateful, it won't be that bad. And if we all spread information and knowledge, good, solid information and knowledge, and we all do our own research, we could actually seriously make financial gain during these bad times. And that can actually help other people who aren't making financial gains in these bad times. So it's real important to gain knowledge very, very fast on economics and what's going to be happening, and accept that you just don't know, and don't take a position, a firm, solid footing position. Oh no, it's always going to be gold and silver. It's always going to be crypto. It's always going to be a combination of all of them is what it's going to be. Just a matter of which one of them benefits the most and which one you're invested in. And you won't know that until you do your own research. You just listen to other people. Yes, Gandalf, I hear you. So does everyone else. Be quiet, please, sir. So, yeah, just, make sure that you stay in the right frame of mind when you start making this money. If you listen to the right people to make the money that you could possibly make here in the next 4 to 6 months, 3 to 6 months, it's going to go fast. Not fast, but 6 months, quite frankly, is actually fast. So I just sent Travis or Ninja here. I can actually show you guys. If you don't believe house prices are falling, I got this cool picture here. Let me get it up here. There it is. All right, let me go ahead and get rid of this so I can show you guys. Oh, I'm taking the tape off for the band. It's a Band-Aid. I got a Band-Aid on the screen. Camera. Set the skin pull off. That means my computer just got it. There we go. Okay. Oh, wrong picture. Sorry. There we go. That's actually 89,000. 4-bedroom, 1 bath, almost 2,000 square foot. Look at that interior. It's got a fireplace, gas stove, $89,000. It's a historic house. I'm not going to tell y'all where it's at because I might buy it. Payments at 7% mortgage, less than $600 a month. Just depends on where you want to live, guys. Oh, and it's going to drop. It's going to drop. It'll probably drop down to, might get lucky and get it for 70, 65,000, in which case your monthly payments would be 400. Holy cow. You're talking to, like right now, if you were to buy that house right now, Zillow breakdown, that was on Zillow, by the way. It said it was like $548 a month for a $90,000 house. 4-bedroom, 1 bath, 2,000 square foot, nice fireplace, nice wood floors. No. So when you say, oh, there's no houses for sale, the house is not going down. Yeah, okay. Think what you want. Smart people like me, we're going to take you, and where I can't pick up a house for less than $300,000 and pay $2,000 a month mortgage and have to bust my ass to work. I'm going to leave this area and go get myself a house that costs me less than $500 a month. And it's bigger than what I'll ever have out here. And I'll make do on the small amount of money differentials I make in pay when I move to that area. Because the difference is astronomically, it's astronomical. So you got to open your mind a little more when it comes to housing. Oh, but I want to live downtown San Francisco. Okay. Prepare $750,000. You know, if you're going to be specific on where you want to live, you're going to pay the price. That's just how it is. If you say, oh, I want to live within 100 miles of San Francisco, well, now it drops down from $750,000 to $300,000. And quite frankly, you wouldn't want to live in San Francisco, especially if you do research on housing to find out what you're building on top of, what's underneath the soil that'll keep your house afloat. If you do that kind of research on housing, you pretty much don't want to live in a city anyhow. But most people don't do that research. That's why a lot of people move into the city and get cancers and stuff like that, because you don't realize you're building on top of toxic waste dumps and old landfills, for which the Bay Area side of San Francisco, not the Pacific side, but the Bay Area side, is built on landfill. Those high-rise buildings I built on top of the 1908 fire, when they just bulldozed the whole thing and poured it into the water to give them extra land, and then they built on top of it. That's what those high rises are built on. That's why in an earthquake, they're probably going to come down, because they're not built on solid ground. They did go down quite a bit into foundation, but it's a lot of trash. we were discovering history when we were digging in that area for the footings. Okay, we were bringing up bottles from 1908, the collector's bottles, unbroken. I mean, they're building on top of the fucking trash. I'd never buy that. That's why you want to move out of the city. That and what was it? What I was building it was Transbay Terminal, 4 city blocks downtown San Francisco. Huge fucking project. There was this one triangle piece of property that just didn't fit in the geometric layout of the city. They wanted this thing. It had like 20 foot available of road surface, and it went back to about 80 foot wide by about 70 foot long, triangular shape. You couldn't do shit with it. $76 million is what they wanted for that little piece of land. Now they want like $3 million. You don't want to live in a city. Yeah, rural areas are the best, man. Yes, Gerald, a lot of dirt cheap housing. That's why I showed that one picture, and it's going to go down because it hasn't even started going down. So if you position yourself properly, you could actually get yourself you can make some great financial advantage. You could make some great profits, surf the wave, the crypto, silver, housing. End of the year, you could have 2 houses paid for if you do it right. And it is possible. It's 100% possible. A lot of people will be doing it. As my buddy Travis said, he knows this one guy stuck $100,000 in one of these cryptos that he was talking about, made 18 million profit a couple days. As this guy Jerry, I told him about this one stock. It took him 3 days to 100% his money. Had he stuck $1 million in it, he'd have made $1 million in 3 days. Shit's possible. It just depends on your risk assessment, analysis, how much you want to take. Chance, risk for reward. Oh my goodness gracious, Mary, it's going to get worse than that. Or, well, I'll just call you Indy. It's going to get worse than that. It hasn't even started yet. And quite frankly, that's the best thing that could happen in this country, because we have had way too much centralized power in Washington. Just like Kash Patel said, 16,000 federal workers inside Washington, in the Washington, D.C. area. And you still have high crime. What the fuck? Get them out in America. Put them to work. If they're all bureaucrats' positions, lay them off. We don't need bureaucracy. We need law enforcement. Girl, the only way I could live there is if you gave me the house, mineral rights, air rights, and the 2 properties on either side of me. And you'd have to give it to me, because I would not live there any other way. That's I would rather live in downtown Los Angeles than in Washington, D.C. I could clean up my block in downtown D.C. or downtown Los Angeles. I could not clean up Washington, D.C. I'd get thrown in jail for trying to clean up Washington, D.C. Yeah, watch out for this foreclosure list. That's what's going to be big. And again, if you're positioned, if you could, follow good people online, do your own research. You make a lot of money on this crypto, flow it into silver and platinum. I say platinum. Other people just say silver. Throw it in silver and platinum. and then buy houses. And like I said, at the end of the year, I'm going to be doing videos all year. Show y'all my moves, what I'll be doing, what I'll be promoting, all this other crap. And I'm going to have myself a house at the end of the year, probably 3 acres. Now, if I'm paying anything at all, it'll be less than $400 or $500 a month for mortgage. And I don't give a shit if it's 10% interest rates. It ain't going to bother me a bit. I'll still buy it because that's irrelevant. The rate is irrelevant if the house price and monthly payment is still manageable. Because if it's at 7% and for that one house at 90,000, I showed the video, the picture of, if it's 90,000 and the payment's like 550 at 7% and it drops to 4% and you refinance, holy cow, who's living like a king now? You know what I'm saying? You're paying $350 a month for your mortgage, $350 for all your bills. My early retirement covers that. What else do I need? Oh, I just need to get some food money now. I could be living cheap and having a good time. Of course, I'm going to take another path, but that's the possibilities. You just have to be open to everything that's out there, including moving. Moving is not a thing to not consider. I did a video late last year where $1 because of the state rules, regulations, and taxes here in California, that $1 bill has an 88-cent buying power. In Alabama, that same dollar bill has $1.12 buying power. That means if I move, my buying power per that dollar increased by 24%. Add that to your inflation calculations. And all of a sudden, if you live in a high expense area like the West Coast and you move to the Southeast, it doesn't matter what inflation is. Your buying power, if you can keep and maintain the same amount of income, you've just increased your buying power by 25%. Holy shit, talk about a raise. You won't be feeling inflation. You'll be like, no, that's deflation, bro. My money's going further. I'm not paying $6 a gallon for gas. I'm paying $3.50, $2.50. You see what I'm saying? You just got to be able to plan ahead, position yourself for success. I've been doing it for a couple of years. I can get my early retirement. They take over half they take about half of my retirement when I retire early. I'll still get like $800 out of everything. So that house I showed you at 5, my early retirement will cover all the bills and mortgage. In other words, I don't have to work, and I guarantee I can make my payments and my bills right now. If I were just quit, give up on life and early retire, pick up the house, boom, I'm set. I don't have to worry about it. I won't starve. I won't be homeless in this bad time coming because I've been positioning myself. I've seen this stuff coming. And that's the worst case scenario for me. It only gets better from there because I positioned myself to be that, to where that would be the worst case scenario. So I aimed a hell of a lot higher to where the worst case scenario is still better off than 90% of what Americans will be looking at. It's all in your perspective. And then I stay positive because I know I'm going to reach it. I'm positive I'm going to reach my goals and objectives. And that's why I'm positive. Because positivity breeds positivity. And if you want to be successful, you're going to be successful because you want to be successful. And the wanting of success is the first part of success. You just got to follow through. And then you find out positivity helps with success because successful people don't want to work with negative people. So how can you work with people if you're negative? Because they're not going to work with you, so you're not going anywhere. You see how it just makes logical sense to be positive, be kind, helpful, and grateful? Because it does actually work. It's the first best step to take for success. That's why I say it all the time. I don't say it because I'm stupid, because it's the key to success. It opens up doors and pathways that you'll never get opened up any other way, unless you're already wealthy and someone wants something from you. And then they'll be kind, helpful, and grateful to you, using the same pathway I'm telling everyone to be, because it works. So that's why I get upset when people are negative, because you're bringing everyone down, and that's un-American. There is a pathway for success that everybody, no matter age, color, sex, national origin, there is a pathway for success. It's positivity. You start that, grow that seed, and watch it flourish. I'll be doing videos this year. I'll give video documentation. what I'm talking about because this is the year it's going to happen. I'll be making my move cross country, taking all the kitty cats outside, bringing them down to the real world where people actually care about animals. And I'll be doing a lot of other stuff, and I'll be, it'll be all recorded, videoed on my channel. So that way people will say, damn, Neil was the biggest dumbass, talk shit all the time. He was funny. But fuck, he made a lot of money too in 1 year. Holy, how did he do that? Let's go back and watch his videos. Oh, well, it won't matter. You can only see that I was right. You won't be able to replicate it because this time in history is not going to repeat itself ever again. And you can only see that if you see the big picture, not the micro or the macro. But anyhow, I'm going to keep this one short since nobody wants to come up on stage and I've already been going for 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. I hope you guys have a great week coming up. Remember, stay positive. It works. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. It's beneficial. Oh, that's Independent Mary. ATM. That's Independent Minnie right there. I call it Independent Mary. And that's me, the alien. But anyhow, stay positive, be kind, helpful, and grateful. And remember, America is the greatest country on this planet. There's never been one. People compare this to Rome, tell them they're full of shit. Because when Rome conquered a nation, they occupied it. When America conquers nations, we allow them to rebuild. Never, ever will you ever be able to show any dynasty, any government, any empire in the history of the planet has ever done that. God truly did bless America. Have a good evening, guys.